What's up everybody, welcome to Best Massage Tech, where today I'm taking a look at the Hypervolt 2 Pro. So part of Hyperice's 10-year anniversary this week, they did announce a few new products, the Hypervolt 2 Pro being one of those devices. So excited to check it out here today. The Hypervolt 2 Pro is the next iteration of the Hypervolt Plus, which is kind of their higher end massage gun designed for professional use. So think of trainers, a physical therapist, professional athletes, or higher end athletes that are looking for the best of the best when it comes to their products. So along with that, they did also unveil a new logo. The new logo is featured on the box here. It's kind of this angled H. The device does come in this box. There is a sleeve that was on this. I took that off already. I have opened it up and tried it a few times, so I don't have that sleeve on it now, but the box just opens up like this. You'll see the device resting right inside of it here. Now, just to quickly hit on the device, the biggest changes that they've announced were that it is a more ergonomic device and that they've made it lighter. And that is really the same announcement that they've made with the Hypervolt 2 as well. And really just holding it quickly, it is definitely a much better fit in your hand. They call it a pill-shaped design with the handle. The old Hypervolt Plus was more of a cylindrical handle, and it was a little bit big, so the pill shape is definitely much friendlier to hold. Weight-wise, on paper, it's definitely lighter. It feels roughly about the same. I do just quickly have my Hypervolt Plus here just to show as a comparison. So the Hypervolt 2 Pro is actually slightly bigger, but they were able to make it lighter overall. So you'll see it is slightly longer than the Hypervolt Plus. And from a top down, you can see that the housing on the Hypervolt 2 Pro is just slightly longer, but overall roughly the same size. From the bottom there, you see the pill shape compared to the other one. From the back. Now the other big change that they made is the power button and the speed adjustment is now a dial on the back versus the Plus, which was kind of a push button on the back. So that's just a quick look at the device. We'll dive into some of the specifications here shortly, but for now we're gonna take a look at everything else that comes in the box. So after you pull out the device, you see there's just a little envelope here. It says Hypervolt 2 Pro. With this, you're gonna have a few different pieces of information in here. It's just a congratulations on your device, a quick start guide, some information on how to choose the right attachment, some information on their app, their care team or their customer service team, and then just a little card with all their other devices that they're currently selling, and then you have a quick little instruction manual with it. Below that, you have a little pouch. This pouch has all the attachment heads in it. You see you've got the little H logo on that, and then below that, you just have a little box that has the charging cord in it. Now the charging cord comes with a few different adapters for international use as well. So inside this box, you've got a couple just different adapters here. I'll just go ahead and show them all quickly just so if anybody's curious, try to get that in focus as best as possible. And then it comes with a US charging port already attached to it. In order to change these out, they just have a quick twist and lock. So you just untwist this here. There's a little button you press. You can take it out real easily. So if you need to change that, if you're on international travel or if you're based in another country, real easy to do there. They do recommend fully charging this device before the first use. In order to charge it, on the bottom of it, you've got the charging port. As soon as you plug this in, this light on the ring here will light up. Once it's green, you'll know it's fully charged. It does come charged already, so when I turned this on out of the box, it had a yellow ring. I charged it for about 2 hours. I didn't really pay that close attention to when it turned green, but it is fully charged now. So I will go ahead and just turn the device on now. In order to turn it on, they have kind of a new upgraded power switch on the bottom. There you see the green light on the ring here. And then you've got a little blue indicator light on the back, just letting you know that it is on. Now the stall force on this, they don't advertise what that stall force is. However, I did reach out to their customer service team through their website, and they informed me that the stall force on this is between 60 and 70 pounds. Now I've tried a lot of different massage guns, and I personally just don't agree that it's necessarily 60 to 70 pounds. I think it's a little bit less than that. I've tried about 40 different massage guns, so I feel like I have a pretty good sense of what that stall force is. So I don't know exactly how they're judging that. I had a similar issue when I checked out the Hypervolt 2 as well, but I'll go ahead and turn it on here and let you guys be the judge of it. So in order to turn it on, they just have this dial on it. So you just turn the dial to the first speed here, Now to test the stall force, I'm gonna turn it up to the top speed, which is the 5th speed. So there it is on the 5th speed. Again, they tell me 60 to 70 pounds here. So I'm not putting a ton of force on this, and it's stalling pretty quickly. Now I will say, and I say this pretty frequently, you probably don't need to be pushing that hard. You should just be kind of using the device to float over your muscle tissues. If you're a bigger person and you're looking to work on really, really big tissues, then I can see how, you know, pushing a little bit harder would be necessary. But for the most part, you know, I've kind of backed off on how important stall force is on some devices. What I will say though with this is that it definitely feels more powerful than the Hypervolt Plus. I don't know why that is, but it does just feel a little bit stronger. The stroke length on this, stroke length is the distance that this massage head is going to move back and forth from the device. It's 14 millimeters, so that's the exact same as the Hypervolt Plus. It's kind of middle of the road when it comes to massage guns. A lot of them that are kind of the similar shape as this that you might buy off of Amazon or other places are typically in the 12 to 13 millimeters. The Hypervolt 2, for example, is 12 millimeters. So 14 to me is pretty good. I personally think that the Hypervolt 2 feels a bit more vibrational, so I prefer something that's bigger, like a Theragun that is a 16, but 14 is pretty good, and that's pretty far when it comes to kind of the overall standard in the massage gun space. It does come with 5 different attachments, so out of the box you have the flat attachment that is already inside of it. The rest of the attachments, again, come in this little carrying case. The device itself does not come with a carrying case, so in terms of the power cord and the device and the battery and everything like that, you're gonna have to come up with your own way of carrying it. I really wish that Hypervolt would just start including a case. To me, it's just a necessary item when you're spending this much money. You should be able to put everything in a case and carry it around, so otherwise you're just gonna have to keep it in the box. But in terms of the attachments, in addition to the flathead attachment, we also have a round attachment, and this is a new attachment in sense of that it's a different material than the Hypervolt Plus. It's what I'll consider a closed cell foam. The other one on the Hypervolt Plus was more of a, you know, an open cell foam. This reminds me more of like a racquetball almost. It's much firmer, but much easier to clean than the old model. And then you also have a fork attachment. This is hard plastic. You have a cushion attachment. This is a little bit more give to it. And this has just got a little bit of air pouch inside of it. So this is more of a softer attachment or gentle attachment. And then you have a bullet head attachment. Now in order to change these attachments, they do just easily pull out of the device. So you just give it a little bit of a pull and twist, and then you can put your next attachment into it just by pushing it in, and those attachments stay in good and easy. And you see here, it moves back and forth there. The big other improvement here with the Hypervolt 2 Pro compared to the Hypervolt Plus is that this is now a 5-speed device. So I mentioned now to change the speeds, you just turn this little convenient dial. So we'll just run through those speeds here quickly. So the first speed, when you twist it here, it comes on. This is 1,700 percussions per minute. The next speed is going to be 1,900 percussions per minute. Third speed is 2,100 percussions per minute. Then you've got 2,400 percussions per minute. And then the top speed is 2,700 percussions per minute. So quite a few percussions per minute there. Again, you know, you can move this all around, just float over your tissues. For me, I usually stick on a little bit lower speed, but if you're somebody that likes kind of that numbing feeling, the high percussions per minute is going to be what you're looking for. And then to turn it down, you can just keep rotating it clockwise, or you can rotate it back down and turn it off. So that's how that is. The device itself is not adjustable, so it is fixed at this 90-degree angle. The battery on this is still removable, so just on the undercarriage here, there's kind of a chrome button. You just press and pull that, and then you can pull the battery out. So for me, this is a big plus. I do like devices that have removable batteries, simply because you can buy an additional battery, have it fully charged, and if this device dies, you just go ahead and plug a new charge in, and you can keep going. You don't have to sit and wait for your battery to charge. So I really give it a big plus that it still has that removable battery on it. It is a 23-volt lithium-ion rechargeable battery. They do have a 90-watt motor on this. They say that the battery lasts 3 hours. Now that's going to certainly depend on how long you're using it in one session, what speed you're using it on, and how much force you're applying against it. I did measure the sound on this to be be between 55 and 65 decibels. So in terms of sound, it's right on par with what the Hypervolt Plus was. Overall, the weight on this is 2.6 pounds. The Hypervolt Plus was 3 pounds, so again, it is just slightly lighter, but not really that noticeable when you have it in your hand. The big noticeable difference is really just with the pill-shaped handle itself. Again, it doesn't come with a case at all. It does come with a 1-year warranty, and it is currently priced at $399. I purchased mine at Best Buy. My Best Buy, this did just only come out 3 days ago. My Best Buy, this was the only one that they had. So I would think that as they start to phase out the Hypervolt and the Hypervolt Plus, you'll start to see a much bigger surplus of inventory of these. It does have a couple other unique features. So I do think the coolest thing on this is the new power switch, but in addition to that, you also still have the pressure sensor. So right here, you'll see a few lights that light up as I apply pressure here. That's just to give you a sense of how much pressure you're applying when you're doing a routine, if you want to remember how much pressure you applied the previous time. It's more so designed for the professional use, so if a therapist is using this on somebody, they can get a sense of how hard they're pushing, or if they want to make notes of a rehab routine, they can make notes of, okay, last session you were at this pressure, this session we're going to take it up a little bit and go to the second notch there. It is also Bluetooth compatible. It is now standard. They previously had a Bluetooth version and a non-Bluetooth version. It is now standard with all these. I'm not gonna run through the app itself. That'll probably be another video at a future date, but you can connect this with the Hyperice app. If you're not familiar with using a massage gun, it will guide you through routines. So you select what you want to work on. They have some sleep routines. They have some wake up routines. It'll tell you what attachment to use. It shows you physically where to be using it. There's a narrator that tells you move back and forth along the underside of your arm or on the base of your foot. So it really guides you through that process. It tells you what attachment to use where. So if that's always been a big question mark for you, definitely would recommend that app. And that app works whether you have a Bluetooth compatible device or not. So even if you don't have a Hyperice device, you can still use that app and watch some of those routines. But overall, I don't think it's a huge improvement from the Hypervolt Plus. Spec-wise, it's pretty similar. I do really like the handle on it. I do really like the new speed function on it. It's just much more intuitive. It's more like high tech. There's no buttons to push at all. So I do really like that, but overall, somewhat disappointed. I was expecting some new big improvements, some breakthroughs, maybe a much higher stall force or a much bigger stroke length, or maybe some heating or cooling or play music, or I don't know. I was just expecting something new for a second generation device here. But again, it is a pretty friendly price point, $399. It is roughly a middle of the pack when it comes to some of the higher end massage guns. So that is what it is. I'll probably go ahead and keep this just because, I like having the top tier devices. But if you guys have any specific questions on the Hypervolt 2 Pro, go ahead, drop in the comments down below. If you like seeing these videos, hit the subscribe button. I've got new videos all the time when new products come out like this. I always try to be one of the first to get a review up of it. So overall, that is what it is. But if you guys got questions, drop them down in the comments below. Otherwise, that is the Hypervolt 2 Pro. That's a review.